So I was just asked the question about spanking, and a parent has just addressed that they were spanked previously in their life and they turned out totally fine. So I'm going to be addressing this issue of spanking, and a lot goes into this topic. Children at a young age learn primarily from one specific overarching topic, and that is modeling. When a caregiver disciplines, a child is really learning from that and growing and developing based on what they're observing in their environment, based on their relationship with that caregiver and how that caregiver is disciplining them. The American Academy of Pediatrics is opposed to this form of discipline because research has examined that any form of physical punishment, like spanking, is linked to a range of mental health issues that can occur later in life. Every situation, give or take, is different, and not every child will have negative effects primarily from spanking. A lot goes into the development of a child, but there are healthier alternatives to disciplining that parents can follow, and in order to minimize these risks and negative effects that spanking can create. Some healthy alternatives for parents are positive reinforcement as well as redirection. Reinforcement focuses on rewarding a child and letting them know when they are doing something right instead of constantly drilling on when a child is doing something wrong. Reinforcement can also happen when a parent is extincting the behavior that they don't want and not drawing attention to it, and then drawing a lot of attention to that positive behavior that they do want to see again. Redirection is a technique that redirects a child to something positive, kind of similar to positive reinforcement, instead of focusing on what they're doing wrong. And it really helps show the child what they can do instead of what they can't. Spanking in general can tend to confuse a child, and especially if the discipline that's occurring is because a child was doing something that wasn't safe, and a parent might get nervous and spank them because they were not in a safe environment. But this kind of poses a double negative because a child is then doing something safe and then not safe, and then because of that, they're having pain, or parents are causing them pain by spanking. And so it's a sort of confusing situation for a young child, as you can imagine, and it's really important that we lay out how we want our child to react and how we want them to discipline their children, and really being that positive model for them.